back, shop rats. Today we begin the process of laying out and redesigning the blueprints for the chassis on the Golden Mullet. Now, we started out with just a little small print like this, and I sent it over to Staples and got it blown up big and did the best we could with it. We're going to go ahead and get this cleaned up and get the stuff that I'm going to be reusing off the factory blueprint. And then Becky's going to help me because she works in design and engineering type stuff, and she's going to do a bunch of whiting out and so forth like that she's really good at to make room for me to do the custom design that I need to do on this car. Now, I'm not going to share all the secrets yet about where this car is going, but you might get some hints as we go along. So watch the show intro. We'll see you in just a little bit. I'm Mike.
This is My Cars Shop.
If I remember right, this chassis design is a little bit longer than the 67 Belvedere. This is off of a 68 or 69 Super B, I believe. So somewhere on one of these little prints, I actually have the overall length of the car, and we'll make those adjustments in the print as we go forward. But this was the closest I could come without spending a lot of time searching for the right blueprints. The first thing I want to do is just go through and start redrawing some of the stuff that I'm definitely going to be reusing to get some of this crisped up. So I've got a black marker in my pocket, and we're going to go through and start drawing some of this back up and making it a little bit more accurate and a little bit more legible. And then we'll move into where we're going to go from there. We're going to start over here on this end, and I did not tape this down, but this dimension here. Okay, we're going to have to white that out in order to see it, I think. So I bought some of this. Hopefully these work all right. Or not. So we'll just go along and clean that up. Are there other ways to do this? Yeah, there are. And do I care? No, I don't. Again, we're just trying to get it quick and dirty, so this isn't going to take nearly as long as you might think. While that's drying, I'll go ahead and just draw a couple of lines in, kind of crisp things up a little bit, like I said. We're not looking for perfect. Okay, that's good enough for me. Okay, and we'll start bringing some lines back in here like so. Main thing I want is a print that I can read. Still drawing. Okay, so let's put a couple more lines in here. And I'm not going to do all this in real time, obviously, but I wanted to spend a little time just helping you get some of my philosophizing as we go along here. So what I want is a print that I can put on the wall in the shop and use as a reference as I'm moving forward to know how things need to be. Okay, so that one I can fix definitely. F34, it's just a print dimension, so we know what that is. Here's one here we can fix, that's E30. Can't even read that on that one, I think that's E30. Do I need those? I don't know. So I'm putting them on there because they were there. So you can kind of get the idea of what I'm going to be doing. And as soon as this comes back, this was 36.5. So we'll get that on there. But it's going to take a while, but we're going to go through and get this all kind of cleaned up. And okay, so I can put my 36.5 there. Not ideal, but again, it's readable now. So that's all my goal is. Like 56 and I think that's 56 and 1/8. I'm sure somebody will pipe in and tell me, "Oh, you could have got a print at such and so a place." Well, maybe I could have. This cost me like $5 to get done. I'm not sure what that is. 57 and 7/14. Oh, 7/16. Okay. See, even on my little print, it's hard to read. But that's what I want to do, is get it so it's readable. So as you can see, we're not striving for something perfect. We're striving for something that you can actually just work with and make out the numbers. So I may go back over some of these again, you know, that kind of stuff. So some of you are going to say, well, why in the world would you take the time to do this? Well, for one thing, this is a bit more of a complicated engineering project, as you're going to see as it goes forward. Again, like a lot of other things that I do, part of it is I enjoy the process of the design. So believe me, this blueprint is going to be pretty modified from what the factory unibody is, because hint, hint, this is not going to be a unibody car anymore. So yeah, tube chassis. Okay, so there's your first hint on some of what we're doing here. So I need to keep moving forward on this, double checking my dimensions, cleaning things up a little bit here and there as we go forward, and just making things more legible. So some of this whiteout down here has dried now, and I need to go back and touch things up with the black marker. But you kind of get the process. I mean, it's taken me, I don't know, 5-10 minutes to do this much of the print. So how much time am I going to have into all of this as far as marking up the original stuff? Actually not that long. And then of course Becky will do her magic, and then we have to begin the process of design of how I'm going to change this from the factory. So that part of it may be another episode. I don't know. I don't want this to be like 45 minutes of me doing a blueprint. I'd like to break it up into little design elements. So we'll see how it goes. There we go. There is a lot of modification coming next, but you can see how much cleaner this is now. No, I haven't drawn in all the lines yet, but for example, these lines here are going to be gone. These lines here are going to be gone because we are designing our own chassis. So I'm not going to get too carried away. Important points obviously here, torsion bar mounts, and of course where they come back into here as well. But this print is a lot cleaner now, and you can see that I marked where my rockers are. I am going to go ahead and draw in subframe connectors into this as well, because, well, it's not really going to be subframe connectors. You'll see. But it's just a whole lot more readable now. Like I said, I don't know what that says. I can't even read it on my small one, but I'm sure it's just a reference point. I'm not sure that I need it. There are some reference points that I don't have. These are just, like these holes here are all for lining it up on the chassis assembly thing. Not really going to matter for what I'm doing. It's like I said, all this is going to be gone anyway. So I'll get Becky in her spare time to go through. I got a little more whiting out to do and stuff. I'll get Becky to go through in her spare time and do what she needs to do to get this cleaned up so that I can go ahead and get drawn in what I want to draw in my custom design parts. As I've said so clearly already, I'll repeat again. I like doing this. I'm seeing things that I've missed, I've got to clean up, and like I said, I'm not going to waste your time sitting here watching me, dot every I and cross every T. And these things are kind of a pain. Once they work, but they're kind of a pain to get going. Anyway, we'll just get them moving forward and get things cleaned up a bit more and get Becky to do her part. And she's probably not going to want to be on camera for that. So it'll just be her going in and cleaning out all the stuff off of this print that I don't want there so that we can put the stuff on there that I want. Well, I really appreciate you. I hope that this is something that you're finding a little bit interesting. Drop it down there in the comments. What questions do you have? What things would you like me to answer? Of course, a lot of this is going to unfold as we move forward. So, but yeah, let's get some discussion going. Remember, this is the new chassis that I'm building for the Golden Mullet. This particular chassis is for a 69 Super B, so there's going to be some differences, and I'm going to have to do some measuring and stuff like that on the car. I'm not stupid enough to say that that this 56 and 9/16 is perfectly right. I think it is. I think the only difference between the 69 Super B and the 67 Belvedere is this chassis is 2 inches shorter, but I'm just assuming, and we got to measure stuff, so don't get excited if something's wrong. We'll fix it. All right, that'll do it. We're over on the Face thing / My Car Shop. We're here on the You thing, of course, so like, subscribe, hit that bell. Ting! Instant Grandma loves us, and she buys us cookies and stuff like that, so we'll catch you on the next one. There's going to be more of this design coming as we start to really get down and dirty in the custom design work to build the tube chassis that we're going to build for this car. All right, that'll do it. We'll catch you on the next one. Rock!